Here we go. Who that? Look, check this out. We're gonna go over today's. Pretty much, I'm just dealing with the quarterback battle. Tyler Shough and Spencer Rattler. Okay, I'm gonna have the video playing in the background just to give an ambiance. But I think we see a lot of think pieces going on right now on X, on Twitter. We see the YouTubers, the podcasters, the Saints analysts. They're all jumping on a specific narrative, and I think we have to be absolutely honest. What the coaches are going to be looking for right now is not as simple as we're trying to make it. But here's an idea of what we're talking about. Okay, Tyler Shough was drafted in the second round. Spencer Rattler was drafted in the fifth round. So that right there lets you know that Tyler Shough is already playing ahead of Spencer. So if there are levels to this, he's playing ahead of Spencer. So that would mean in order for Spencer Rattler to win this job, he would absolutely have to take the job. He would not, he can't play equal footing. He can't be just a little bit better. He has to be absolutely indescribable better. There can be no if, ands, or buts about it of who's the better. So today's game, we saw Tyler Shough go 15 to 22, 165 yards, a touchdown, and a pick six. But you got to understand he's also a rookie in his first game playing against threes and fours. So you got to hold that context. A lot of times when we do narratives, we do scripts, so we don't want to hold narrative. We don't want to hold context here. If you out there against the threes and fours, you're supposed to look like the best player on the field if you want to be a starter. And that's what I want from my quarterback that comes in and plays in the second half of the game. He had an awesome 2 minute drill, 2 minute drive. He had a minute and 38 seconds left. He drove the field, got us a field goal. That's what you want. Those are positives for Tyler Shough. One thing I negative on Tyler is that he looks at his receiver. I mean, he stares them down. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming to you, buddy, and I'm watching you, and you only." He knows what he likes, and he goes for it. He's gonna have to change that. But like I said, it's his first game. He looked pretty good according to the numbers. So what you're gonna have is you're gonna have a lot of YouTubers, analysts, and Twitter bots looking at numbers and not watching the film. I'm going to do a film breakdown later on during the week when I think all 22 may have dropped early because it's preseason. I'm not sure, but I'm not doing it tonight. But I'm going to do it eventually and give you a breakdown of what I mean when I say his eyes are telling on him. But like I said, when you're playing against threes and fours, I want you to be the best player on the court, on the field. And he did that today. And that's all we asked of him. He gave us a bucket, he gave us a touchdown, he gave us two scoring drives, three scoring drives, and you can't ask for anything else. Okay. With Spencer Rattler, like I said, he was a fifth round draft pick. Yes, you were great in high school. You were highly touted coming out of high school. You were a college guy. You were a big man on every campus you were on until Caleb Williams took your job. You're in the big leagues right now. This is your second year. You should be taking this, but taking the bull by the horns per se, but you're not, and this is going to be your issue. Okay, this is going to be Spencer Rattler's issue. It wasn't a bad game at all. He played against the ones and twos. He was 7 for 11 for 65 yards, 53 yards. Um, yeah, 3 sacks and a fumble. That's you played against the ones and twos, and the offensive line was kind of off. But we gotta get away from these excuses. You're out there to win a job, so that means whatever plate I'm being fed, whatever scenario that's given to me, I have to take that. And I think Spencer dropped the ball this game, so he was up after 11 days, and I think right now they're going into week two on an even playing field because we got to see live fire of you both, and we like what we see from Tyler. We see we see what we seen from Spencer. We seen this last year with Spencer, so it's like Spencer's building a narrative that we know what you are. And you do not want that narrative as a young quarterback. Because if we know what you are, you're going to be on the bench for the rest of your career because that's literally what you're telling us that you are. So he's building that narrative. So we're going to go into week two in training camp. We're looking for Tyler Shough. I believe Tyler Shough is going to take most of the starting reps this week because he's earned it. And I think his play is going to dictate whether or not he's going to start. I think right now coaches want him to start the week two preseason game. He has to look absolutely terrible this week to lose it. He has to look terrible. So if he just plays above water this week, Tyler Shoug's gonna start. Um, and that's pretty much the tail of the tape right there. Spencer Rattler, you falling into the category of we know what you are. That's not what you want. Tyler Shough, you've shown great potential against threes and fours. Next week you're gonna play against ones and twos. And if you have a good game, not even a great game, if you have a good game against the ones and twos, you're gonna get your name as the starter for week one. I guarantee it because you were drafted number two, and that's what we want. Now, can you give it to us? That's what it is. But look, I'm out.